we've got some more updates for Madden 24, and as always, I'm going to keep you guys in the loop with everything that's being fixed, anything that's being added, and of course, all of the roster and ratings updates, which we get at the end of the week as well. And we also got some pretty big news regarding Madden 25, so if you missed out on the previous video, I'll recap that here as well, so that you're up to date with everything that's currently going on. And if you have been missing out on some of this big news that's been dropping, a way that you can avoid that is by simply subscribing and turning on the bell icon so that you always get notified whenever any of the big important info drops for Madden, or especially for the college football game that's getting close as well. So let's start with the small update that actually went live pretty late last night. Now this was the fix issue with the game that had been ongoing for quite some time. EA had said that they were kind of slow feeding some of the fixes out to certain users to test it and see if it was working properly, and it appears that it has been working properly, so they've now pushed it out to everyone. Now the issue that was going on for quite some time now was that the head-to-head games were not tracking properly for some users. It wasn't affecting everybody, but it was affecting more than enough people. Kind of similar to last year with the franchise issues. It didn't affect every single person, but it affected a lot of leagues. Thus, it still affected a pretty good group of people. And the same was happening with the head-to-head games. I think it was maybe mostly Ultimate Team related, but this could have also been taking place with the regular online head-to-head as well. And basically, you'd play the games and the stats and the win-losses would just not track for certain people. There was a bug that was going around, and this is especially a big deal in game modes like Ultimate Team because a lot of rewards and stuff are attached to those wins and losses, and people weren't getting it. So they did roll out an update previously to test it with some users, and yesterday, if you got the update for your game, that was the main thing that was fixed there. They pushed it out, and then they went to Twitter and they said, hey everyone, the fix is finished rolling out to all impacted players. We're seeing players' head-to-head game results track correctly, and we will continue to monitor. Thank you for your patience on this one. Our next post in this thread will contain information on the make rights and when it will be rolling out. So that's if you play an Ultimate Team, if you were missing rewards for the games you won, they're going to roll out some make right rewards for you to kind of balance out the rewards you missed out on. Now, as it pertains to Madden 25, we got some pretty big news a few days ago, a little bit of a leak, if you will, and I made a video on it, but I know everybody doesn't watch every single video, so what we can expect in Madden 25, kind of the first leak that we've heard, is that there's going to be multiple new announcers in the game now, and a lot of people kind of hate the way EA has gone about this over the past few years because it's been the same announcers since like Madden 2017, I believe, and people have just gotten tired of it. It's gotten stale. Well, Charles Davis, one of the announcers, was on a podcast, and he said that this upcoming Madden and going forward, there's going to be multiple announce crews and more announcers. Now, I still think Brandon Gaud and Charles Davis will be a part of it, but I think they're just adding more on top of it, and that's a pretty big deal because a lot of people have complained about that over the years, and I don't think that this info was supposed to be out yet. I'm just going to go out on a limb here and say this wasn't supposed to be leaked. I think Charles Davis might have let this slip because, you know, I'm pretty in the know. I know people that work at EA. I obviously know people that get leaks from EA, and there's also other people in the industry or in the community that get leaks as well. And I have not heard a peep about anything as it pertained to announcers. And typically EA does not like stuff to get out this early. I mean, it's still December. Usually we don't start finding out anything real about Madden until maybe May or June at best. And EA does not really like when these things get out early. So I'm going to go out on a limb here and say Charles Davis probably wasn't supposed to let that info slip, but he did. And that's a pretty big deal going forward to Madden 25 because it means they're definitely focusing on presentation, which has been something that has been rumored that they're going to be heavily focusing on that more going forward because the game has been lacking that. And we know they're focusing on that heavily for the college game from all the leaks we've gotten there. So this is definitely good news for the franchise going forward. Hold up, stop right there. If you like money and you know sports, then you've got to be on Underdog Fantasy. Their pick'em game allows you to choose from a wide variety of player stats, and all you simply have to do is pick higher or lower. And if you know sports at all, this really isn't that hard. And if they hit, you win money. And the best part about Underdog Fantasy is if you sign up using my promo code RAY, R-A-Y, they're going to give you a free play at sign up, and they're also going to double your first deposit up to $100. So at sign up, basically they will give you a random player that all he has to do is get a single yard. Usually it's a quarterback, sometimes it could be a running back or a receiver, but it'll be a random player to get 1 yard, and if it hits, you win. For this Sunday's games, it's going to be Lamar Jackson to get a single yard, and if you sign up and want to play for Monday, it'll be Jalen Hurts to get a single yard. And no matter when you sign up, even if it's weeks from now, there will always be a free play just like this for you. Remember, sign up using code RAY to get the free plays and get the $100 deposit match. You just can't beat it. Now let's get into this week's big roster update. We're going to start with the players going up first, and then we'll go over the players who are going down. Starting with Tyron Smith, he's actually going up +3 to a 95 overall. Now, this is a guy that had been one of the best tackles in the game for the last decade, and he's kind of been up and down a little bit the last few years as he's gotten older, but he's really kind of back into rare form this year, and he's up to a 95, which is the highest he's been in a while. We've also got Dak Prescott, another member of the Cowboys who's just having a great year. Might be the MVP at this point. I know it's him and Brock Purdy are kind of neck and neck, but I think Dak, I would say, is probably in the lead a little bit there. He's going up +1 to a 92 overall. And we've got Joe Thuney also going up +1 to a 92. Antoine Winfield is going up +1 to a 91 overall. Brandon Ayuk continuing to go up as he's having his best season. He's up +1 to a 90 overall. Stephon Gilmore, the old veteran, having another good year, showed out on primetime last week. He's going up +2 to a 90 overall. We've got Trey Smith going up +2 to a 89 overall. Evan Ingram going up +1 to a 88 overall. And then we've also got Jalen Johnson, Khalil Mack, and Tony Pollard going up +1 to a 88. The other MVP candidate, Brock Purdy, continues to go up. He's going up +2 to a 87 overall. And I believe he started this year in like maybe the mid to low 70s. So he's gone up quite a bit this year. We've got Derek Brown going up +1 to a 87 overall. David Njoku going up +1 to a 86 overall. Tyler Smith also going up +1 to a 86. Brandon Sheriff's going up +1 to a 85 overall. And then we've got Cortland Sutton, Logan Wilson, and Malik Hooker also going up +1 to a 85. Greg Newsome's going up +1 to a 84 overall. And then we've got Kyle Pitts and L'Jarius Sneed also going up +1 to a 84. Jaquan Brisker's going up +2 to a 83 overall. Landon Dickerson's going up +1 to a 83 overall, along with Morgan Moses and Taylor Moton. Brandon Aubrey continuing to just nail every field goal. Long, short, it doesn't matter. This guy, one of the best kickers we've seen early in a career. Just can't miss. He's going up +1 to a 82 overall. And then we've also got Carlton Davis, Drake London, and Fletcher Cox going up +1 to a 82 as well. And then we've got Quincy Williams, who's going up +2 to a 82 overall. Martin Emerson, who's just having a breakout year, he's going up +3 to a 81 overall. Carl Granderson's going up +1 to a 80 overall. And then we've got a few other guys going up +1 to a 80. Ezekiel Elliott, Harrison Phillips, and Kayvon Thibodeau. And then we've got Mike McGlinchey, who's going up +2 to a 80 overall. Kyron Williams is going up +1 to a 79 overall, along with Rachaad White. Those are my two fantasy running backs this year, and they have been absolutely killing it. I think both of them should be higher just based off the numbers they've put up this year. And then we've got Jermaine Johnson, Julian Love, and Michael Carter also going up +1 to a 79 overall. Now let's go over the players who are going down. We've got Fred Warner going down 1 to a 96 overall. Not a guy you see move down a lot. Best linebacker in the league. Usually goes up, but guess he's having just a slight rough stretch maybe. I'm not sure, but he's going down 1. Stephon Diggs, another guy you don't see go down often. He's going down 2 to a 95 overall. He's not having quite the season he has over the past couple years. Still pretty solid though, but the Bills offense as a whole just hasn't been quite in sync this year like they have been in the past, and Diggs is kind of being affected by that a little bit. We've got Jason Kelsey going down 1 to a 93 overall. Derwin James going down 1 to a 92 overall. His teammate Keenan Allen's going down 1 to a 91 overall. Marlon Humphrey also goes down 1 to a 91. Quentin Nelson's going down 1 to a 90 overall. Amari Cooper's going down 1 to a 89 overall. Hassan Reddick is also going down 1 to a 89. His teammate Dallas Goedert's going down 1 to a 87 overall. Kenneth Walker also going down 1 to a 87. We've got Aiden Hutchinson going down 1 to a 86 overall. Justin Herbert going down 1 to a 86 as well. Didn't play last week. Not really sure why EA does that, but they do. Rashawn Gary's going down 2 to a 86 overall. Jamal Adams is going down 1 to a 85 overall. We've got Nick Bolton also going down 1 to 85. We've got T. Higgins, who's just been having a rough year between the injuries and losing Burrow. Hey, he's been hurting my fantasy team a little bit as well, but it is what it is. Sometimes you just have those down years. He's going down 1 to an 84 overall, but I think he'll bounce back next year for sure. Do you think he's going to re-sign with the Bengals, though? Are they going to keep him or are they going to move him? We've got Gerald Everett going down 1 to an 83 overall. And then we've got Josh Sweat, Quandre Diggs, and Taylor Decker also going down 1 to an 83. We've got David Onyemata going down 1 to 81 overall. George Pickens is also going down 1 to 81. We've got Tommy Townsend going down 1 to an 80 overall. And another kicker, Younghoe Koo, also going down 1 to an 80 after missing some field goals. Now, if you want to find out more about those Madden 25 leaks that I talked about, make sure to check out this important video right here on the screen.